Being your best self. Time is the most valuable commodity in the world. Time cannot be replaced, and time spent on improving yourself is the greatest investment you can ever make. You have 31,536,000 seconds this year. How will you use it to be the best you? This is Codie, and he has been at Bob's for 3 years. Due to his drive and positive attitude, he has gone from a successful product specialist at Bob Mills Mitsubishi to holding the title as sales manager at Bob's Bargain Center. He truly grasped the concept that the continuance of growth and the idea of success doesn't just lie in life inside of work, but outside of work too. And on his path to being the best version of himself, he has the determination to see that those around him are on the right path to being their best selves as well, all in turn defining his ideas of success.
First thing I think anybody has to do is you have to take care of yourself in order to be the best you. That means taking care of yourself up here and take care of yourself right here as well. Sometimes people get burnt out in the car business, so go find something you like to do in your off time. I like to be outside, hike, ride my motorcycle, work on stuff, and that allows me to focus more at work because I feel more fulfilled. One of the things I try to do is I don't try to bring work stuff home. I try not to take home stuff and bring it to work. It's just making sure everything's squared away in your own life. If you have stuff going on at home, put that stuff in a box, wrap it up, put a little bow on it, put it on a shelf, and when you get to work, make sure you come to work. Then after you're off work, grab that little box, unwrap it, and then deal with it then. I was delivering pizza before I started selling cars, right? I just had gotten out of the Marine Corps, delivered pizzas, and then I knew the finance manager at the time, and he got me a job selling cars at Mitsubishi. Started selling cars for about a year and a half, then came over to the bargain center in a sales manager position. So that's big growth right there. And a lot of it's just learning how the car business works, all the bank's different roles, how to interact with customers, and trying to provide the best experience possible for everybody involved. One of the things I learned in the Marine Corps in order to be an effective leader was to make sure you know your Marines. And I feel as a manager, it's important for you to know your teammates, the people that work underneath you. You have to know who you're working with, right? And you need to be able to understand where they're coming from in order to be an effective leader. So if they have something going on at home and they need to talk about it, you should always be an ear for them. If they need help with a certain part of the sales process, help tightening up, you also need to be able to identify weaknesses and strengths and improve upon it, right? So if you're really good at one thing, you probably don't need to practice the thing you're good at. You need to practice the thing that you're not as good at. That's something I learned from playing music. If you have one passage down, you can play it really well. That's not the passage you need to work on. You need to work on the passage you can't play as well. So I think that parallels the car business. Some people would define success as making a lot of money or growing a business. I think it's personal fulfillment. I'm not really money driven like a lot of people might be in the car business. I feel driven by feeling accomplished at the end of the day. Some people need attaboys or, hey, you're doing a great job. I feel success is when I feel accomplished in myself, or I know at the end of the day, like, hey, I did the best I could today. It's really, at the end of the day, if you look in the mirror and tell yourself, I did the best I could today, and you're not lying, then that was a successful day. I love working at Bob's because it's like a giant family, and sometimes that's good and sometimes that's bad, right? We get into spits and spats sometimes, but at the end of the day, everybody's here for everybody else. I've helped people move, I've helped people with stuff in their house, with their cars, whatever the case may be. We usually, when it's nice outside, everybody goes to the New on Friday nights and has a couple of drinks and talks about the week. We're always here, and it's a very supportive work environment.